What's up? Long time no see, guys. How you doing? Man, it has been such a long time since we last met, hasn't it? Isn't it great? Do you remember the olden days when it would be like at least a month, maybe two, sometimes 3 months before we'd have any live launches? Not anymore. Not anymore. Now it's way too often. It's great. All right, roll call, muster up. Where you from? What you munching on? Some of you already know what's happening. Made sure you got your territory out in the chat to begin with. First ones: Colorado, South Dakota. You guys like that intro? I appreciate it. I started it yesterday. I finished it today because I thought this launch would be tomorrow, but it turned out to be tonight. So I was like, oh crap, I got to finish that intro. Slow down, you jerks. You're going too fast. Welcome to Space Eccentric, the only YouTube channel that will call the viewers a bunch of jerks. Kansas City, Mississippi. Isn't that home of Star-Lord? No, that's Missouri. My bad. Texas. All right, Mentor, Ohio. What's up? Coming from Central Ohio myself. Russia. I don't know if he's telling the truth, but welcome, Russia. McDonald's. Oh, someone's had McDonald's. You know, McDonald's gets a lot of hate, but they have pretty good fries. Gots to admit it. Come on now. Come on, meow. What's up, mods? What's up, my eccentric members, patrons? Those of you that are eccentric patrons, I got Discord pulled up. Shogun Baker's already there. Love the fairing parachute video in the intro. Thank you, Christopher. Appreciate it, brah. And Christopher's come from Chicago, Kirtland, almond, cashews, pecan nut. Pecan nut bar. That's way too healthy for my liking, brah. What's up, guys? Yeah, on Discord, we're on the Patreon discussion section. Robert Fallon, thanks for streaming. Thank you for joining me. Otherwise, it'd just be a big old weirdo talking to myself, and that's only fun for me. Oklahoma, scrolling up. I don't see many snacks tonight. Are you guys jipping me here? I got my beverage from Kevin's Cups. This one is the Disruptor. Make any drink drinkable. Yes, I know that slogan never gets old. All right, scrolling back down. Ooh, some of you are using those shoot emojis. I appreciate every shoot emoji that is thrown my way. Indiana, Arlington, Virginia, Maryland, and ice cream. Oh, I like your taste. I like it. Toronto, Humboldt, Norway, Cali. Ryan Evans, welcome to the eccentric family, brother. We're officially brothers now. Don't tell mom. All right, I'm going to nail this name. Shimnai D. Excited to see the event, man. Me as well. Thanks for joining us. Kevin Trask, I like the name. I like the emoji. Someone's got their cup. Rough Rider Show. Ooh, I'm in Powell, Ohio, which is just north of you. I know Powell. I know Powell very well. Welcome, Central Ohio. Thanks for the super chat. Anthony Klemecki, glad to see another launch. Absolutely. Launches are good. Launches are good. Okay. There's your okay for the day. You got two. You're welcome. All right, let's get this show started, shall we? First thing we do is pull up what we're going to be looking at here. So go to spacex.com/launches, not lunches, launches. Lunches are delicious. Launches are awesome. Okay. And you scroll down, you can click watch now. That brings up the live stream that we'll get to here in a minute. Gives you all your rundown. You can also find much of this in the description below this video. Okay. Oh, there's a third one. It came from nowhere. If you can't tell, I'm quite hyped for this launch. There was some things I wanted to point out. Oh, yes. So the booster for this rocket is another fiver. This is going to be its fifth launch for this booster, which is exciting. It'll only be the third booster to do so, and it may only be the second booster to survive it. So we'll see what happens. Fingers crossed. Think happy, positive thoughts. Peter Pan. All right. I believe it can fly and then land. Let's see. There was something else I needed to point out here as well. Okay. Yes, the fairings will be attempted to get caught. I don't know if I said those words in the right order. Approximately 45 minutes after liftoff by Miss Tree and Miss Chief. Those are fairing catching ships. They have big nets on them. Pretty sweet. We won't be streaming for that, but you can keep an update on that on Twitter. Just follow SpaceX on Twitter. And there was another thing over here. Oh, yes. So there's something special about these Starlink satellites. Unlike the previous Starlink satellites that were just like, screw you, screw everyone, screw the astronomers, we're going up and we're just going to, flash everyone with our reflection. These will have sunshades on them to help block sunlight. And we're going to talk about that here in a second. But first, back to me. We got to catch up on these super chats. Alyssa Pipe. I like your last name. It's simple, easy to pronounce. Congrats on the great parachute video. You liked the parachute video? Thank you so much. I'd plug it right now, but I deleted the accolades trailer. All right, I know. It was such a great trailer. I wish I could have kept it, but I didn't. If you haven't seen my parachute video, be like Alyssa. Go check it out. Write me out. Not write me out. Do it after the stream, okay? It gives you something to do tonight while you're lying in bed, ignoring the lawyer wife like I do. I'm just kidding. She ignores me. It's sad. Curtis Ruddock's back. #1 fan. Does that mean my mom's now #2? I appreciate the super chat, guys. You guys are so nice. I love you. James Allen, welcome to the eccentric fam, my bro. Blood brothers. Okay, back to Starlink. They haven't started the stream yet. We're good. All right, in case you don't know, Starlink is a constellation of satellites owned and run by SpaceX to create a global broadband internet service for rural areas and people that have expensive internet, right? It's not operational yet, but very, very soon. And one of the problems these Starlink satellites were having is that they were highly reflective with the sunlight ricocheting off those dang photons, ricocheting off those bright reflective Starlink satellites and causing all kinds of headaches for astronomers trying to look at the pretty stars. Personally, I haven't seen the Starlink satellites fly over my house yet, and I heard they're quite beautiful, so I don't know what everyone's complaining about, quite frankly. I'm just kidding. I know what they're complaining about, and it's valid. And SpaceX is working with the astronomy community to right those wrongs, if you want to call them wrongs. Just right the issue. So this is what a Starlink satellite looks like. And this configuration, it's called the shark fin. Apparently, we all are learning new things here. It doesn't give off as much reflection because, the Earth would be down here where it says shark fin kind of thing. And so there's not a whole lot reflecting. But when it's in its open book position and horizontal, now you got all this surface area reflecting the sunlight. So this is good. This is good and kind. This is bad. This is bad. but it's got to be in those configurations. So here's the thing. Basically, Starlink is a lot more reflective when it's closer to the Earth than it is when it's in its stationary orbit. Well, it's not stationary. Or when it's in its orbit at like 550 kilometers up. All right. So between there and there, it gets less and less reflective, but they're still trying to think of ways to make it even less so reflective. And one way is with these sunshade visor umbrella things. They're not really umbrellas, but that's what I think of. Again, you should check this out. Just go to spacex.com/webcast, and under the Starlink satellite thing, you can find this link, and it's easy. All right. Just rewind and follow along. There's one other thing I wanted to point out here. Here we go. Visor sat, that's what they're calling it. And this isn't a very good image. It's kind of hard to tell what exactly is going on here, but it looks like these flaps fold down from the Starlink satellite and help block the rays. All right. To prevent reflection. Enough of that. Let's get to the stream here. We'll keep an eye on that and wait for them to start. Apparently, last I heard, the weather was like 60% favorable, so those are better odds than Demo 2. Looks like we're going to be all right. Disabled park hopper. Okay. Eating mochi from Cape Canaveral, Florida. Now you got me all jelly. Better call the jelly school. Thanks for that super chat, dude. Chuck Ross, thanks for taking over Timmy last weekend. Oh, absolutely. Tim's a good man. Met him at the Starship presentation last year. It was immediate bromance, let me tell you. So I love Tim. We go way back to last year. And it was my honor when they asked me to help fill in for them. So I'd do it in a heartbeat. Love the guy. Thank you for that super chat, Chuck. My dog's name is Chuck. I should get him in here. I got a new doggy cam so we can get him on camera when he walks in or waddles in. He's kind of large. Come here. Come here, Chuck. His real name's Kunu, but that's, I've been told, Hawaiian Hawaiian for Chuck. What? The lawyer wife says he's relaxing down there with her. She just doesn't want to give him up. She's being selfish. Georgie Simov, can you call up the dog? Hey, it's like telepathy. I don't know what the name of that word is. Telepathy. I'm on the right track, but I don't think I quite nailed it. Hold on one sec. I got too many things going on. There we go. I read your mind. All right, that's what I was trying to think of. Apparently, I can't think well. Josh Anderson. And by the way, Georgie, thank you. I love your name. Reminds me of the movie It. Josh Anderson, happy SpaceX launch day. It's not lunch day, launch day. A little office joke there. Launch day. Thanks for being the second biggest nerd to my wife. Clearly, I'm number one. Okay. Well, that's okay. I can let that slide. All right. I'm sure she's proud, as we all would be. Tamim? Kev's you art of man, brah. I don't know what that means, but I like it. Thank you. I'm gonna brag to my lawyer wife about that. Guess what, Carrie? I am art of man. She'll just laugh me out of the room. That's what she always does. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I appreciate it. Yeah, and speaking of Tim is not streaming tonight. Apparently, he had too much of that this week with or I guess it'd be this weekend with Demo 2. Can't really blame him. He's a better man than I. I wish I would have been invited to that launch, but because of the whole microbiology situation, NASA rejected me and broke my heart. But I'm kind of thankful because of the weather, and I'm glad Tim did it for all of us. So Tim, if you're watching, he is a patron of the show, just like I'm a patron of his. So Tim, if you're watching, thank you, bro. We all love you, right? And I miss you. David M. Hi from Spain, Moon Base Station. Hard work done. Hi from Spain, comma, Moon Space Station, question mark. Hard work done, exclamation point. I agree with everything there, even the question mark. I'm all about the Moon Space Station. We should go to the moon. I concur, as the lawyer wife would say. I don't know if she would concur, but she might dissent. But I don't know. I don't know her thoughts on the space situation at hand. All right, I haven't forgotten about you members and patrons. I'm going to scroll up and see what you guys are talking to me about behind my back. Talking about me behind my back is what I meant to say. One would think I'm drinking caffeine, but I'm not. I'm just a little amped. It's okay. It's not against the law. Justin DeLong's here, Modern. Thank you, Justin. Kerry Turner's in his house. That's slang for house. I got the deep fryer going for some very healthy French fries and mayo. Healthy French fries and mayo. This guy is talking my lingo. Yes, everything's healthy as long as you have a positive attitude about it. I always say, just got to convince your molecular biology in your body that everything's healthy that you consume. It's all mind games. Gucci's in the house, of course. Gucci's my man. What's up, Gooch? Andre Von Statten. What's up, Ohio? What's up, Andre? All right, I'm on Discord. Zeke's in the house. Good evening, Zeke. Fremen Scum is here as well. From Charlotte, North Carolina. He just put the NC. I like it. Saves time. Zeke's drinking coffee too late in the evening. It's going to be a long night for you, dude. It's all good. I still haven't had a cup of coffee yet. I'm waiting. I don't know what for, but I'm waiting. I'm going to have my first cup of coffee on air, though, so all you guys can experience the coked up Kevin. Caffed up Kevin, I guess. Oh, SpaceX is starting. Let me get it big. There we go. Tuba Man. Do you change your name, dude? I don't like that. It's hard to memorize names and you're changing things up on me. How dare you, sir? I'm here too. Don't forget about Tuba Man. Jack Snap. Oh, wait, I skipped. No, I got you. Jack Snap, keep up the good work. You keep up the good work. We'll get right back to these super chats in a second.
It is Wednesday, June 3rd, and you are looking at a live view of Falcon 9 as it awaits its 9:25 p.m. Eastern Time launch from Cape Canaveral Space Launch Complex 40 in Florida. Hello from SpaceX headquarters in Hawthorne, California. My name is Jesse Anderson, and I'm a lead manufacturing engineer here at SpaceX. You're watching a live webcast for our 8th Starlink mission and our 9th mission this year. To date, we've launched over 420 Starlink satellites to orbit. As a reminder, Starlink is a constellation of satellites that can provide high-speed, low-latency internet.
I know you guys are excited that
particularly
Jesse's hosting.
in remote
Calm
or rural
down.
areas where connectivity is limited.
I haven't even
or
read the chat, and I know
completely
you guys are
unavailable.
already excited.
This latest launch comes on the heels of our historical first launch of humans over the weekend. In case you missed it, we'll give you a quick update on that later in the broadcast. At T-minus 9 minutes, all systems are go for an on-time liftoff this evening. And if for any reason there is a hold on the countdown today, we have a backup launch window opportunity tomorrow at 9:04 p.m. Eastern. You're looking at a live view of Falcon 9, our 70-meter two-stage liquid-fueled launch vehicle, getting ready for launch from Space
All right.
Launch.
She's just going over the deets of the rocket. They always do that, so we're going to just go over some of these super chats really quick. Not to disrespect Jessie. We all like Jessie. She's cool. She's cool. Benjamin, do you think Falcon Heavy is thick with 2 C's enough for a moon trip, or do we need Starship's thickness to get there? Actually, we could do it with Falcon Heavy and a Crew Dragon capsule. That was the original plan, but Elon and SpaceX was just like, well, we're building Starship. That's what we're going to use. So who knows what the future may hold. Good question, Benj. Struno. Thanks, Kevin. Great listening to your coverage and commentary. Thank you, Struno. You're so generous. I love you. I love you. And I don't just mean that like just passively, like, I love you. No, I love you. I really love you. Corey, it's just getting weird now. Corey 1, great parachute documentary. You liked it too? Yeah, thank you. That was tough to make, man. Like, so many hours. It makes me want to vomit thinking about it, but I won't because that's disgusting. Thanks, Corey. Plastic Pinocchio. That's a creative name. I like it. 3:30 a.m. here in Italy, but I never miss a launch, whatever time it might be. I never miss a lunch. We're kind of similar, you and I. I'm going to get really mad if it gets scrubbed, though. Yeah. Well, so far, so good. Think positively. It's kind of like eating crappy food and thinking it's good for you, right? Just got to think positively and all your problems get solved. Sam McIntosh. Great content. Thumbs up. Join politics and war, join troop farms. Sure. All right. I don't really understand all that, but I'm with you with the troop farms. Go Beats. Beats. Wait, what is it? Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. Paul Schmidt, Navy vet to another. It's never too late for coffee. Yeah, I know. I need to have some. My dad drank black like a fiend, like just black. He didn't put any creamer in there. So I always had that smell lingering in the house growing up, and it always turned me off. All right. Same reason why I don't like beer either. My grandpa let me have a sip of beer when I was a kid. Disgusting. And I don't care for beer either. So I'm a big old weirdo. All right. What's Jesse talking about?
That's that pointed structure at the very top of the rocket. This protects the satellites from the aerothermal heating, aerodynamic loads, and contamination during ascent. But once we reach the vacuum of space, we no longer need them, so we will jettison the fairing as the second stage continues on its journey to orbit. We will be attempting to recover the fairing halves today using our...
We talked about this stuff already. Yeah, so Jessie, fun fact, she is a lead production engineer, as Shogun Baker pointed out on Discord. Also, she is a K-pop rap music singer, artist, or Instagram influencer of some sort. I don't know. I don't follow her, but I respect that. She's a go-getter. She's a little entrepreneur, kind of like Elon. Staying busy. That's all that matters, all right?
Today, we are currently go for weather at T0. So with that, the vehicle, satellites, weather, and range are all looking good for an on-time liftoff just about 5.5 minutes from now. And as I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, we are coming off an amazing weekend with the SpaceX and NASA teams successfully launching the dads, NASA astronauts Bob Behnken and Doug Hurley, to the International Space Station.
Gotta put this doggo cam to work.
Our second demonstration mission, or what we call Demo 2, lifted off from historic launch pad 39A at Kennedy Space Center on Saturday, May 30th.
Doggo
and
cam.
19 hours later, docked with the International Space Station. The mission marks the first time a commercially built spacecraft has launched people to the space station, and the first time...
How awesome was that? All you guys watched Demo 2, and what they're showing right now, the little post-flight briefing by Bob and Doug. Good times, man. I will be live streaming their return in the next month or so, couple months, whenever they decide to come home. If they decide to come home. Maybe they'll stay in space forever. That's probably what I would do. Controlled chaos. That seems like a little bit of an oxymoron, no offense. I've turned my wife into a space fan. She's watching from home with the kids while I'm working. Can you tell her hello? Hello, Controlled Chaos's wife. Are you chaotically controlled? Oh, look at me improving. It's quite sad, actually. Thanks, Controlled Chaos.
That the astronauts trained on in advance of the Demo 2 mission. Head over to iss-sim.spacex.com to give it a try yourself. That simulation, the displays in Crew Dragon, and a bunch of other really cool projects were developed by SpaceX software engineers. Software engineers at SpaceX get to work across exciting projects that drive our rockets, spacecraft, satellites, and ground systems. If you're interested in helping roll out Starlink to the world or taking humanity to the moon and Mars, send your resume to softwarejobs@spacex.com.
Write that down.
We will also be setting up a Reddit Ask Me Anything, or AMA, with our software team in the next week or so. So stay tuned to our social media accounts for details on that.
Sweet.
Once Demo 2 is complete, the SpaceX and NASA teams have reviewed all the data for certification. NASA astronauts Victor Glover, Mike Hopkins, Shannon Walker, and JAXA astronaut Soichi Noguchi have been assigned to fly on Dragon's first 6-month operational mission, which we're calling Crew 1, which is targeted for later this year.
That space station doesn't have any gravity on it.
Only 2.5 minutes from liftoff, and Falcon 9 is now moving into the final stage.
We're getting there. We're getting there. Get excited. Rocket Chaser. Woo, woo. Woo, woo. Rockets, Jesse and Kevin. Perfect Wednesday viewing. It is Wednesday, isn't it? Man, I don't even know what... I didn't even think about what day it was. It's Wednesday. It's just... Wow, my mind is blown. I don't know why. That's kind of weird. Thank you, Rocket Chaser. Is that like Storm Chaser, only you chase rockets? I like it. I like it. This name is awesome. Mathoy L. Nailed it. Thank you for the super chat, my brother.
Is that the rocket's autonomous internal flight computers have taken over the launch countdown.
What's up, Concord? Thanks for joining us.
Starlink payload continuing
Mark
to be
Kreider,
healthy.
thank you for joining us.
Falcon 9 teams are tracking no issues on the rocket. Weather is still looking good, and the range is green for launch.
Mark, you're eating
we are at
cashews?
T-minus 1.5 minutes from liftoff.
Is that cab short for cabbage?
And again, in about 30 seconds, Falcon 9 will be in startup. What this means is that the vehicle will basically be autonomously making its decision if it will continue with liftoff at T0.
Identity theft is not a joke, Jim. Millions of families suffer every year. Oh my gosh. I could quote Office all day. And literally I have quoted it. When I was interning in Washington, D.C., me and my roommate we wouldn't even have like real sentences. We would just quote back and forth and we would understand each other.
Falcon 9 is in startup.
That's true love.
And there's that call out that Falcon 9 is in startup.
They're going to have to... Oh, that's... Hold on 1 second, Steven. I got your... Dude, there's something I forgot to mention. They are using the drone ship. Just read the instructions for this catch.
And at T-minus 45 seconds,
of course, I still love you.
Out for go for launch. Again, that was the Falcon 9 rocket making that decision autonomously. Now we are T-minus 30 seconds from liftoff of our Starlink payload tonight. So let's listen in and watch liftoff.
So just read the instructions. Is the drone ship from the west coast that they brought over to the east coast, and for the first time, this is going to be its first catch. They've been upgrading it and renovating it, I guess. This is its first catch on the east coast. So here we go, guys. Screw you, weather. We're launching. Yay!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition.
There she goes.
Liftoff.
Yeah! Yeah! Get it!
Falcon 9 fishing down range.
Number 5.
We are T plus 40 seconds into flight, and Falcon 9 has successfully lifted off from Pad 40 at Cape Canaveral Air Force Station, carrying our Starlink payload to its targeted drop-off orbit. Moments ago, we did throttle down our engines in preparation for Max Q, and that is the maximum aerodynamic pressure, which is the largest structural load that the vehicle will see. That's coming up here in a few seconds.
I hope they capture the images of the booster landing this time. That'd be cool.
And there's that call out that we have just passed through Max Q. In about a minute, we will have 3 events happening back to back. The first of which will be main engine cutoff, or MECO. This is where all 9 M1D engines shut off to slow the vehicle down in preparation for the second event, which is stage separation. Stage separation is where the first stage separates from the second stage, with the first stage starting to make its way back to Earth for landing, and stage 2 continuing on its journey, with the third event called SES-1, or Second Engine Start 1. And that's where the MVAC engine lights up on the second stage and propels the second stage along with the Starlink satellites to its drop-off orbit.
David Moore, hey
we are
Kev.
at T plus 2 minutes and 5 seconds, so we're just about 25 seconds away from those 3 events.
Should ask the wife
Again,
a random question to get her up there.
Stage separation and SES-1, or Second Engine Start 1.
And we need a super fat heavy 4-6 boosters because Elon Musk said so. That would be awesome. A super heavy? Oh. Yeah, the wife, lawyer wife doesn't want to come up. Do you want to come up, lawyer wife?
Nico.
She didn't just say what, she said no.
Stage separation confirmed.
My chair is sinking. Ugh. There she goes. Great success. Boom. Oh, she's coming.
And there you can see on your screen, on the left screen, we had main engine cutoff and stage separation. On your right screen is the second stage MVAC engine lighting up, glowing bright red there.
Going.
And it is a bit dark on the East Coast, but you can see on your left screen that first stage, those grid fins are deploying. And on your right screen, we have fairing deploy coming up here. And there is that confirmation of fairing deploy.
It's going to take 40 minutes for them to get back down. That's
fairing
crazy.
halves can be recovered by our recovery ships, Mystery and Mischief today. Again, we won't have that live. That will happen around T plus 40 minutes. So check in with our social media accounts for updates on those fairing halves.
She said hi, David Moore. Ren 1010 for coffee and or favorite beverage. Thanks. That can buy a lot of coffee. I appreciate that. That can buy a lot of coffee, right? $20. I never bought coffee
stage
before.
Stage 2 still looking nominal.
Ooh, Starbucks,
Again, that
that's
is
fancy.
what you see on your right screen.
Okay, bye. Are you staying?
Stage 1 is making its way back.
You missed the launch. Yeah, all right. You missed the launch.
And as the first stage makes its way back to Earth, it will perform 2 burns, the first of which will be the entry burn, and that is where 3 of the 9 M1D engines reignite.
Have a seat.
And this helps slow the vehicle down as it re-enters back into the upper part of the Earth's atmosphere. And finally will be the second and final burn is the landing burn. And this is a single engine burn. That's the Center E9 engine that reignites and brings the vehicle all the way down, very, very rapidly slows the vehicle down so that it can touch down and land on the drone ship.
Yeah, you're bored because
Again,
you don't
we
have
are
sound.
attempting to land the first stage today on Just Read the Instructions. As our Of Course I Still Love You drone ship was occupied with our Demo 2 vehicle from over the weekend up until last night.
AK Farmer Always 420. Welcome to the eccentric family. You will not regret it. And if you do, you can just cancel your subscription. I am blatantly honest here. Brutally honest. Whoa! I like that name. Whoa! Love your work. I love you.
We are at T+.
I'd kiss you, but I don't want to get slobber all over my camera.
Stage 2 still looking nominal. And first stage making its way back. That first burn, that entry burn, will be coming up in about a minute from now, around T plus 6 minutes and 45 seconds.
Fremen scum,
that entry burn will last about 20 seconds long. Again, that is to slow the vehicle down as it re-enters back into the Earth's atmosphere.
Tell the lawyer wife to do not encourage her to steal my candy. Little thief. I don't have any candy. She stole it all. It's completely empty, my drawer. I think I might have some gum. Zachary Wright. Another coffee on me, Kev.
Stage 2 on your right screen,
Thanks,
still
man.
on a nominal trajectory.
It's like a Tesla fund over again, but for coffee.
And on your left screen, it is a little bit dark. It is nighttime on the East Coast. But we should see that screen light up with that entry burn.
See
those
three
poofs? Engines reigniting.
It's coal gas nitrogen RCS. Ooh, it's so pretty. Ooh, so pretty.
Stage 1 FTS has saved.
Keep it oriented.
Stage 1 entry burn has started.
Ooh, that's awesome.
I'm
surprised they got the signal still. That's cool.
As well as a visual confirmation that those engines have reignited.
Keep the signal.
Vehicle
Keep
continues to
the
follow
signal.
normal trajectory.
Keep the signal. So
And
titanium
stage
grid
1
fins you
entry
saw
burn
there.
Shut down.
Those titanium grid fins are about the size of a smart
that
car.
the stage 1 entry burn is complete, as well as stage 2 still looking nominal. If you heard that call out.
Look at the sparks. It's like the 4th of July. Don't lose it. Oh, we lost the signal. You guys jinxed it. Good job, guys. Again, yelling at the audience. Foolproof plan to gain memberships.
Is the landing burn around T plus 8.5 minutes. Around 8 minutes and 24 seconds. Looks like we lost that live view of the first stage coming down, but that is expected. So hopefully we can get that live view back.
Signal. Keep
right
the
now,
signal.
Transonic.
Keep that drone ship
Right
signal.
now what you're seeing on your left screen is the drone ship. Just read the instructions.
Yeah, those sparks were plasma streaks
Followed
from the heat up in the atmosphere.
Very closely after the
going
landing
quite
burn
fast.
and landing of the first stage will be Seco 1. That is second engine cutoff around T plus 8 minutes and 58 seconds.
The sparks were nominal. Don't worry, nothing to be alarmed
Stage
about.
1 landing burn
Here
has
it comes.
started.
Come on, man. Keep the signal.
Terminal guidance.
Here it comes. Looks really good, actually. Wow, look at that water. It's very blue. Very blue water.
Landing legs have deployed.
Come on, baby.
Stage 2 FTS has saved.
Number 5. Come on, baby. Yeah. Ooh.
And wow, as you saw coming
And
down.
JRTI.
that
Are you
first
not
stage
entertained?
Falcon 9
Operators moving to procedure 11.100 on recovery 1 and DCF 9.
Amazing that first stage booster has landed for the first time, for the 5th time for a Falcon 9 booster. That is amazing. We're waiting for
My heart was racing there. They got me amped.
View of that first stage coming down, even though it was dark and night, but those engines lighting up the screen, watching first stage come down, was an amazing view.
That was
and we
awesome.
heard a call out of good orbit for second stage.
Acquisition of signal, Newfoundland.
And now that second stage is going to now that second stage is in a good orbit, it's going to coast for a few minutes, and during this time it will start to spin along its central axis, giving these Starlink satellites the momentum that they need to space themselves out over time after they deploy. So we will take a quick break and return back here at T plus 14 minutes.
Momentum is just a fancy word for oomph, more oomph. All right, one sec. Let me get this situated. Oh, that's the doggo cam. This is the Kevin cam. And let's go small. There we go. We'll keep this up and rolling. Oh, yeah. It kept the signal. They made up for the whatever that was with Demo 2, where they just magically had the booster appear on the drone ship. All right. Like, who are they trying to fool? We know they just, put that there after the fact. So that was great. That was great. My heart was really racing for some reason. I don't know why. I mean, it looked good the whole time. I don't know why my heart was beating so fast. I was just nervous. That's the second booster now to land 5 times successfully. So here's to that. Let's catch up on these super chats really quick. David Moore, get the doggies some ice cream and wife. You get nothing, Gypsy. Or Gipsy. I'm just going to say, you meant to say Gypsy because that's funny. The doggos do like ice cream, though. They get one every time they get a bath. It's their reward. It's kind of hilarious if you do it that way because it makes them want to go into the shower. Otherwise, if you didn't give them ice cream afterwards, they'd fight you every step of the way. So thank you so much. For the record, they like vanilla. Sergeant Rock 52, SoCal cinnamon buns with orange icing. Oh, now you're talking my language. Getting me all hot here. I gotta settle down. Crypto Fett, love your channel, man. Go SpaceX, go. Yes, I like the name Crypto Fett. It's like a cyborg Boba Fett or something. I like it. All right. I didn't miss anybody, did I? Did you guys like that launch? Let me scroll up and see what your reaction was. Wish they showed the Octograbber work. Yeah, there are rare videos online on YouTube of the Octograbber doing its job, or at least just lying there, I guess. And there are pictures. If you check out Greg Scott on Twitter, what up, Greg? He takes photos in Florida at the Cape. He's captured some of the Octograbber. I think he might have just captured it for Demo 2 as well. If you don't know what we're talking about this robot that anchors the booster down to the deck of the drone ship so it doesn't tip over, because that has happened. Okay, they've just launched twice in 5 days. Awesome. I know, right? This totally beats once every 2 months. Totally. Get used to it, all right? Because I did get an email the other day from SpaceX that Starlink 10 is on the books now. So we have 9 and then 10 coming up. And this is Starlink 8 for the record. People are calling it Starlink 7. I don't hate those people, all right? Nothing but love, but it's Starlink 8. It's time to get on SpaceX's, I don't know, schedule or numerology or something. Words above my pay grade. They did a little bait and switch on us. They started off saying that the first 60, which was actually like a kind of a prototype, an operational prototype, was Starlink 1. And then once they went to the next Starlink launch, they called that the second. I can't remember. Anyway, I'm done talking about it. Right? Look it up yourself. Follow me on Twitter. We're done. I don't care. Some people are calling it Starlink 7. SpaceX is calling it the 8th Starlink launch, so I say we all just call it the 8th Starlink 8. Make it easy. Oh, and they're back.
So far we had an on-time liftoff tonight. Stage 1 successfully separated from Stage 2 and made its way back to land on our drone ship. Just read the instructions, which was the first time a booster has landed for a 5th time in SpaceX history. So very exciting. Stage 2 is still nominal. And now we are coming up on deployment of the Starlink satellites shortly here in about 40 seconds or so. And we firmly believe in the importance of a natural night sky for all of us to enjoy, which is why we have been working with leading astronomers around the world to better understand the specifics of their observations and engineering changes we can make to reduce satellite brightness. One measure we're taking to accomplish this is by adding a deployable visor to the satellite to block sunlight from hitting the brightest parts of the spacecraft. Now let's listen into that call out for payload deploy.
Curtis Ruddock. Kevin, this is for the mug you guys sent me that I didn't
And
order.
again, the first unit with
I'm just
the
going to give it to my
sun visor
dad.
is actually on this payload right here.
You're
that you see in
welcome.
front of you.
Thank you. You're so nice, Curtis. You deserve that mug. You deserve a second mug. Check your mail. One's coming. Ooh, UFO.
Payload deploy confirmed.
It just broke. Did you see that piece?
And
Spread the
there
rumors.
is that confirmation. We got a live
kidding.
view as it was deploying from the vehicle. Those Starlink satellites are making their way, separating from second stage right in front of you right now.
I don't remember ever seeing that piece fly out before that
Shortly,
disconnect.
they will deploy
Do you guys
their
remember
solar
seeing that?
array, and over the next few days and weeks, they will distance themselves from each other and use their onboard ion thrusters to make their way to their operational orbit. And also, just to note, tomorrow is June 4th. That was actually the anniversary of our first Falcon flight. 10-year anniversary of our first flight. So very exciting time. First Falcon 9 flight. So very, very exciting times. And that brings our webcast to a close. Follow our website and social media platforms.
Thank you, Jesse. What'd I do? I hit the wrong button. All right. That was fun. That was quick and easy. No problemos. All smooth sailing. Weather held up. Booster landed. Good launch. Good deployment. We even got a little bit of an extra show there with whatever that disconnect cable was or what jettison right before they deployed. That was cool. To replay that later. Austin Bounce House Rentals. Get yours now. Sweet launch. Where do we sign up for Starlink service? You would probably sign up on the SpaceX website when it's available, but it's not available yet. They will start the beta later this year, so I've been told. Lazy Bones, the landing burn never gets old. I agree. It's pretty cool at night and how good the feed was. You could see the reflection of the light on the drone ship when the booster lit its landing burn, whatever it was, 1,000 or 2 feet up, whenever it is that it starts that burn. And it was still reflected. It was pretty cool. Concorde needs to get more wine. He needs to relax. Relax, bro. Yes, all of these have sunshades that I know of. I'm pretty sure all of them do. I don't think it's just one. So they're testing them out on all of them. Thank you, Andre von Staden, for stopping by. Clint Davis, good footage the whole way. It was such a good night. Easy peasy. Lemon sneezy. Ren 1010, well, Kev, we will catch you later. My bride is demanding my presence. I feel you. I know how that is. Go to her. Frolic to her. Run to her. Get there. Hurry up before she hurts you. Ryan Evans, the landing burn really lit up the scene. Yes, it did. It was romantic. It really was. It made me weep on the inside. Zachary Wright, Martian orbit for Starlink would be sweet. Now you're getting crazy. They are going to use Starlink for Martian missions. All right, so says Elon. Thank you guys that are bouncing out. We'll be bouncing out here in a minute. Thank you for tuning in. It was a fun night. Those of you that came from the Everyday Astronauts channel because he wasn't streaming tonight, welcome. I hope you had a good time with us. Glad to have you back. I love me some Tim. Tell him I said hi next time you chat with him. I just talked to him today. But still, we can never get enough Tim. See you, Ryan Ritter. Space aviators, very happy. Well, that's all that matters is your happiness. Everyone should feel like a happy tree right now. Bob Ross. For those of you that had to stay up till 3:30 or 4 in the morning for this, at least you did not stay up in vain. It all worked out. Thanks for the stream, lawyers, husband, person. Thank you, Carrie Turner, for not making that complicated. I appreciate it. Ryan Evans, sleep tight, pupper. Also have a good night, Kevin. Thank you. Yeah, he is. He is kind of passed out, isn't he? Oh, look at the one in the hallway too. I didn't even know he was back there. They're such little goofballs. I love them so much. Concord, thanks. So no train. Yeah, I still haven't seen a Starlink train. Yeah, but maybe this will be the one. I don't know. Don't know. Who knows what the future holds? Oh, you're saying because of the sunshades, maybe you won't be able to see the train. No, you'll still be able to see something. It just won't be as bright, and they won't use the sunshades till after they reach their parking orbit. All right. So I'm sure you'll still be seeing some trains, some Starlink trains. Miles B, notice me. Okay, Fremen Scum's telling me to notice you, Miles B, so I am noticing you through Fremen Scum. I wish I could recognize everyone and personally thank every one of you who has tuned in. You guys are great. If you got questions, hurry up and ask them. I'll stay on for a little bit longer. I need to. My lawyer wife is also calling to me. She's not, but I like to think that she is and that she cares about me. So I need to get down to her and we can do a puzzle or something. I've been doing a lot of puzzles. I don't really like puzzles. They're too hard. They make me feel stupid. Thank you, Space Aviator. Payphone Bone, another awesome launch. The night launches are so much more colorful. Yeah, I'm personally like more. I'm more. I had such a good word for this that I'm trying to think of in my mind, but then I lost it because I'm dumb. Partial. I'm more. That's the word. I'm more partial to the daylight launches, but the night ones are quite lovely when the connections stay and we can actually see what's happening. Good night, Carrie Turner. Have a good one. Don't have nightmares. Have sweet dreams. Thank you, Dewey James. Appreciate it. Mark Schipple, Starlink going totally online in 2015. Yeah. Mark is stuck in a time machine. Someone help him out. Thank you, Zeke, for stopping by. See ya, Christopher. Have a good one. And Concord as well. Justin DeLong, when is the next live stream? That's a good question. We will have more launches this month. We have quite a few, actually. I couldn't tell you an exact date yet. But stay tuned. I will definitely let you guys know, and SpaceX in the news, and if you follow me on Twitter, on there as well. Okay. All right, guys, I think we're going to call it a night there. This was fun. I quite enjoyed this. It went quite well. I say quite a lot, apparently. And I say apparently a lot, too. Quite apparently. Good night. Good night, Curtis. Good night, Justin. Good night, everybody. Don't do anything I would do. And until the next time, Godspeed.